All right, we have a little puzzle here, which is also a tutorial, I think, for endgame technique. We have a rook here, but these two connected pawns from black looks really, really hard. So we're not going to win this, but we can fix a draw here actually and get half a point. Can you see the variation for white where we managed to get a draw? Pause the video now and have a look, and I will show you afterwards. All right, here we go. So, of course, our aim is to really sacrifice our rook for both pawns in some way. And the most important thing is obviously to get our king into the action. So, the first move is king g4. And now let's see what black does. He has, I would say, two options. Move either pawn forward. Moving the king won't get him anything. Then we just move our king closer. So let's start with if he plays d2. This will give white a chance to move the king even closer. So it's not the best effort from black, but it's still has some issues we need to solve. So, of course, black then will move his king to d3, threatening e2. And we cannot move our king closer, so we have to move the rook. And we want to keep it on this side, on the A file, because we want to have the opportunity to check black's king. Okay, so now black only has one move, because if he moves the king somewhere, we will just take this pawn. So black will, of course, move the e2 pawn and now threat to take promotion to a queen in either of these. But as we move away our rook, we have the chance to take a check. And now, okay, if black moves up, he will lose a pawn and it actually is winning for white. So he has to keep on attacking with his king. And we cannot take here because then black will promote with a check. So we need to do another check first. Rook a2 check. And you see, of course, if he goes closer, what happened then? Let's see here. We are not taking the pawn on d2. Instead, we are taking the pawn on e2. And then, oh, it's going to be a draw. Only one king each. So black cannot really move the king closer to the rook, which means we can keep on checking like this. And it's going to be a perpetual check or a threefold or something like that. Same here if it moves closer. Just take the pawn, takes the rook, and it's a draw. So that is what's happening if black plays d2. So instead, it plays e2. Now we have to work a little bit more specific to really get this going. We can you see how white will continue here? We need a tempo and we need to take a check. It's too slow to move the rook somewhere and not take the check because let's have a look. If we go like rook a1, there's d2 and the king is too far away, so we will lose this. So we have to take the check. Black will, well, we can check on different things. If it goes to b3, it's not so good. Then we can get closer. He plays d2. Yes, sure, but then we take a check. And then we take this. And we cannot take queen promotion here because we will just take it. So it's a draw. So king b3 is not good. Playing king d4, of course. We take the chance now to bring our king closer. Black plays d2, and now it looks pretty hard, but what are we doing here? We can still get a draw. Can you see it? Yes. Our aim, as I said from the beginning, is to sacrifice our rook to get both pawns, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. We need to get a tempo, and we do it with a check. If it takes, easy draw, like this, and a stalemate. So black will not take the rook, he will go further here, and just trying to protect his pawns. What are we doing then? Well, of course, we sacrifice the rook again. And now he cannot move away because we will take here and we'll actually he has to give up the pawn or lose. So we will take the rook. We take on e2. Black has to move king c3, and it's the same variation. This will end in a stalemate, or we will take his pawn. So that's how we make the draw. I hope you found it. I think you did. And show it to your friends. And I'll see you later in the next video. Thanks for now. Bye.